Hi everyone, Amanda here with Unwind Flow Yoga, and for today's class we're going to be doing a vinyasa practice, level 3 for our outer hip awareness series. For today's class we're just going to do a full body, fun, fluid flow, lots of challenges sprinkled in there, so stay with me and we'll see where we end up. We're going to get started right away in tabletop, moving through some cat-cow. So come on to hands and knees here. Hips are over our knees, and we'll start to move on our breath. So as you inhale, drop the belly, bring the chest to the arms, back of pelvis lifts, and then on an exhale, tailbone tucks under, hip drops. Try a couple more like that. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, breath it out through the nose. Let it go. One more. Inhale. And exhale. From here, come towards a neutral spine here. We're going to start to move one leg. So we're going to take our left leg and start to make circles. So with a bent knee, I'm going to lift it up towards my left elbow, kick it back out behind me, and then sweep it back through center. Try a couple of those. Inhale, takes a leg up, sweep it back. Exhale, drive it. And you can keep more of a bend in the knee the whole time, or you can straighten it. Whatever feels good for you. Next circle, switch directions. Careful not to kick a plant that might be in your space. One more big circle in this direction. Perfect. When you're ready, bring the knee back down to the floor. One cat-cow just to reset. Come through neutral, and we'll repeat that on the right. Inhale, bring the right knee up towards the right elbow, kick the leg back out, and then sweep it back underneath you. Warming up the legs here, just getting some circulation. When you're ready, switch directions here. Take one more big circle. Perfect. Bring the knee down, one cat-cow. From here, downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, hips lift, drop the head. Take a moment to walk out your down dog. Bend one knee and then the other. Move the hips side to side. And then when you're ready, let's inhale, take the right leg, lift it up and back. So big stretch here with the right leg. On an exhale, right foot steps in between the hands. We're going to keep the back knee lifted, fingertips on the floor. Let's just start to make some circles with the hips. So my right knee is bent, but I'm bending it more as I come forward, maybe less as I come back. But I'm really thinking about this as hip circles, so circling my hips in space. And then changing directions here of your circles. Notice what starts to talk to you right away. Going as slow or as fast as you like. Next time you're back in neutral, stay there. Drop the back knee. Lift the chest. And then take it into a twist. So left hand plants, right arm reaches up. Drop the hips down. And then option to stay right here. You can walk the right foot over to the right a little bit more. And then bend the back knee. Catch the left foot in the right hand. Coming into a low lunge twist. Think about pressing the foot into the hand. The hand is reaching the foot back towards the hip. Take a breath in. Exhale, slowly release. Unravel here, hands to floor. Step back and downward facing dog. Pause there. And then we'll switch sides. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot steps in between the hands. Coming up for that crescent lunge here with hands on the floor. We'll start to make those circles here, so circling our hips in space, bending my left knee maybe a little bit more as I come forward, maybe a little less as I come back. Switching directions. Waking up all aspects of our awareness here. Next time you're back through center, right into floor, right hand plants, turn it into a twist. Arm reaches up, drop the hips as low as is comfortable for you, chest opens. And then maybe option, bend the back knee, grab onto the foot, kick the foot into the hand. Hand is pulling the foot back in. Maybe even looking over your left shoulder. Take that next breath in, slowly unravel here. Hand to floor to step back, downward facing dog. On an inhale, look forward. Walk the feet towards the hands, come towards a forward fold. Take the hands at the shins, lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, release, drop the head. On an inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, palms touch, hands towards the heart. All right, from here, we're gonna go into our flow. We're gonna build on it as we go. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, soften the knees as you fold forward, drop the head. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands. This is where we'll add in our vinyasa. So if you'd like to lower down, you can. Otherwise, skip it and go right back to downward facing dog. All right, right side first. Inhale, right leg lifts. This time on an exhale, bend into the knee, stack the hips, open up. So lift the right knee a little higher. And then on an exhale, right knee is going to hug in towards the right elbow. Squeeze. Inhale, lift up and back. Exhale, right foot steps in between the hands. We're going to rise up for reverse warrior. So back heel plants, windmill the arms up and overhead. Reach the right fingers over. Take another breath in reverse. And then bottom of your exhale, side angle pose. Right forearm, right thigh, right arm, or left arm reaches up and overhead. Use the strength of the legs one more time, reverse. On an exhale, windmill the hands down towards the floor. Take the back heel up. So we're back in this crescent lunge shape. In a moment, we're going to take our left knee, hug it into the chest, so we're balancing on the right leg, and then see if we can keep the leg lifted to come all the way up to stand. Let's try that all together. Inhale, hug the left knee in towards the chest. Then you can lighten up the fingertips and come all the way up to standing. Nice and strong right leg. Perfect. Left foot plants on the floor. Take the hands towards the sides, Tadasana. Trying that on our left this time. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, palms touch, let it go. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, release, hands to floor. Vinyasa or downward facing dog. Exhale, release. Inhale, left leg rises. On an exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips, open up. Take a breath in. Exhale, left knee hugs left elbow. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, foot in between the hands, reverse warrior. Right foot plants, windmill the arms up and overhead. Stay low into the left leg as you reach the left fingers over. Exhale, side angle pose. Left arm, left thigh, right arm up and overhead. Inhale takes you back up, reverse. Exhale, windmill the hands down towards the mat. Pick up the right heel, look forward. From here, right knee hugs in towards the chest. Get light in the fingertips. Time to rise up to standing. See where your balance is at on the left leg. Exhale, plant right foot. Take the hands beside you, Tadasana. From here, we're going to add on. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, soften as you fold, let it go. Inhale, lift halfway, strong legs. Exhale, plant the hands, down dog or flow, your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Same beginning. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips, open up. Take a breath in. Exhale, hug knee to elbow. Inhale, rise. Exhale, right foot steps in between the hands, reverse warrior. Left foot plants, wiggle the arms up and overhead. Exhale, side angle pose. Right forearm, right thigh, left arm lifts. Inhale, reverse. This time we're going to transition towards goddess pose. So come towards standing, toes face the long edge of your mat, heels in, toes out, and then bend the knees. Knees track in line with the toes, so look down, and then hands are going to come onto the inside of the thighs. From here, let's take our right shoulder, drop it in towards the midline, look over to the left, see if you can press the right knee just a little bit more open. Come back through center, switch sides. Left shoulder drops, look over the right. Inhale, come back through center. Plant the hands, straight legs, drop the head down. Wide leg forward fold, take 2 breaths. Take that next breath in, lift halfway, lengthen. On an exhale, walk the hands back towards the top of your mat. Stay here. So we're gonna add in before we rise up. Coming into a modified side plank here. Left hand plant. We're gonna take our right foot, start to heel toe it towards the right side of our mat. So all 10 toes are pointing towards the right. Take your right arm, lift it up, and then press your left hand, right foot, and outer edge of the left foot into the mat to lift the hips a little higher. On an exhale, right hand to floor, square off the hips, walk the right foot back in line, and then we'll lift up. So right leg, probably feeling a little bit more tired now than it did the first time. Let's see if we can keep it on balance. Hug the knees together. See if we can stand all the way up. Whew, we made it. This time, tree pose. Left foot onto the inside of the right leg. Find your balance. Inhale, lift the arms up if you have it. See if you can find stillness after all that strength. Exhale, hands come back through heart center, left foot to floor, pause, Tadasana. We'll repeat that same sequence on our left side. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, soften the knees as you fold forward, let go. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, walk the feet back, down dog or flow, your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. On an inhale, left leg rises, bend the knees, stack the hips, open it up. On an exhale, left knee hugs in towards the left elbow. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, left foot stems in between the hands. Right heel spirals down for our reverse warrior. Left arm lifts. Come forward, side angle pose. Left forearm, left thigh, right arm reaches. Inhale to reverse. Let's transition now towards goddess pose here. So heels in, toes out. Bend the knees, sink the hips down. Arms are on the inside of the thighs to spread the knees a little bit further apart. From here, drop the left shoulder in towards the midline, look over the right. Switch sides, come back through center, drop. Come back through center, wide leg forward fold, 2 breaths, drop the head. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthen. And then walk the hands back towards the top of your mat. Pause here in this low crescent so we can transition into our side plank. Right hand down, left toes walk towards the left side of your mat. 10 toes face the left. Press the mat away here as you lift the hips up. Feel the strength of the outer hips. Exhale, left hand plants. Walk the left toes back underneath you, so all 10 toes face forward. Come to stand. Right knee hugs in towards the chest. Lift yourself up here into your balance. I feel like that side was even stronger that time, so that might have happened to you as well. From here, tree pose. Right foot on the inside of your left leg. And then once you find your balance here, maybe arms reach. Can you draw the right knee a little bit further back behind you? Can you draw the hips a little bit more underneath you? Great work, everyone. Hands towards the heart. Come back through center, Tadasana. Arms by the sides. We're just going to add on one more time, both sides. Take another breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, rise, lift the arms. Exhale, palms touch, soften the knees as you fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, walk the feet back. Down dog or flow, your choice. On an inhale, right leg rises. Bend the knees, stack the hips, open it up. And then exhale, right knee towards right elbow, squeeze. Inhale to rise. Exhale, right foot in between the hands, reverse warrior, windmill the arms up. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, goddess pose. Find your transition here. Heels in, toes out, arms on the inner thighs here. Sink a little lower, find your balance. Drop the right shoulder in towards the midline. Switch sides. Inhale, let it go. Next breath in, lift halfway, lengthen. From here, walk towards the top of your mat. And then we'll come into our modified side plank here. Left hand down, right arm reaches up as you heel toe the right foot over to your right. Squeeze inner thighs together to lift the hips up. And then exhale, right hand down, walk the left toe back underneath you. You've got this. Set yourself up, left knee hugs in. And then see if you can make your way all the way up to standing. Find your balance there. If you need to tap the toes down, of course, from your tree pose, left foot onto the inside of the right leg, both arms lift. If you have your balance there. And then final balance challenge here. We're going to take this into a modified half moon pose. So as you're ready here, hands can be at the heart. Take your left leg and slowly start to drift it back out behind you. I'm going to bring a soft bend into my right knee and then strong left leg. From there, if you have it, you can extend the arms out. That might even help with your balance here. So right fingers reach forward, left hand reaches along the left side of the body. Get a little longer, lift it up a little higher. Beautiful work, everyone. Feet come together, Tadasana. How did we do? Okay? I'm going to switch sides here. So I'm facing you the entire time for our final side. Come towards Tadasana, take a breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, arms rise. You got this. Exhale, release, fold forward. Hands to shins, lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, walk the feet back, down dog or flow. Last vinyasa. Exhale, downward facing dog. On an inhale, left leg will lift. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips, open it up. Use your exhale breath. Hug left knee in towards left elbow. Inhale to rise. Exhale, left foot steps in between the hands. Spiral the back foot down. Windmill the arms up and overhead into reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, find reverse. And then exhale, goddess pose. Heels in, toes out, sink the hips down. Drop the left shoulder, look over the right. Inhale, come back through center, drop the right shoulder, look over the left. On an inhale, straight legs, come into your forward fold. Exhale, let it go. Take your inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, walk the hands back towards the top of your mat. Side plank variation here. Right hand down, roll off the outer edge of the back foot, and then you crawl the left foot over to the left. Squeeze inner thighs here, lift outer hips. And then exhale, bring yourself back through center. Heel toe the left foot back underneath you. Hug right knee towards left, and then come towards standing, find your balance. Once you've got it here, tree pose. Your variation here. Toes can be on the floor, It can be at the calf or thigh, whatever makes sense for you. Find the arms. One last balance here. When you're ready, hands come back through heart center. Coming into a modified upright half moon pose. Start to swing the right leg back behind you. Flex the foot. Externally rotate the leg so hip is opening. Introduce a little bit of a bend into the left knee. Strong leg. Maybe the arms float. Stay with your breath. And then when you're ready, slowly come back through center, Savasana. Take a breath in, you've made it. From here, we'll just stretch it out. So once you feel like you're ready for a seat, make your way down. And then for this one, we're going to work into double pigeon. So in our last class, we did regular pigeon. For this time, we're going to do double. I will join you, and I'm going to not mirror you. So I'm going to call out the same side that I'm on. You can choose to sit up on something if you like, but I will not do it for this variation, but always an option. We're going to start with seated pigeon. So I'm going to take my right leg, cross it over the left thigh, and just see how my hips are doing now. Introduce a little bit of side to side motion. You may remember this one from some of our earlier classes. Just introducing a little bit of movement and motion here. You're free to stop at any points if you'd like to stay on an area that may feel a little sticky, might need a little bit of extra attention. And then when you feel ready, we're going to come into that double pigeon or fire log pose. So I'm going to take my left leg is one that's on the floor, and I'm just going to swing it underneath the right shin so that my shins end up somewhat parallel here. So you can see my left foot and my right foot. I'm going to flex the feet to keep the ankles strong. And then take the fingertips behind you to help create a nice tall spine here. And if you attempted this one and it's a little too much for your hips, you can always stick with this version we were doing. You can even do this lying down. If you have double pigeon or fire log pose in your practice, experimenting with it now. Now that we've been in this upright version for a few breaths, you have the space to come forward and turn this into a little bit more of a forward fold. You can. Noticing what arises for you as you come into this pose. Noticing the sensations. Noticing if there's anything that you'd like to let go of. So working the outer hips for me is always a great reminder of that. Feels like we store a lot of things in there. In a moment, we'll start to make our way out, but if you're feeling good here and you have the time, I invite you to pause the video and stay as long as you like. You're joining us when you're ready for that second side. But if you're with us and you feel ready to make your way out, take the hands behind you, release the legs. You can extend them out, give them a shake, movement or no movement, whatever makes sense for you right now. And then when you're ready, our second side here. So this time our left ankle will cross the right thigh, and you can pause here or bring that movement in. So quick reminder with this one, more intense is the legs closer to the chest, less intense is further away. A little bit of movement side to side may feel really nice for you right now. It is for me. And then when you've had enough of this movement, we'll work our way into our double pigeon. So from this shape, all we need to do is swing that bottom shin underneath. So my right comes underneath the left. And then on this side, you might notice for me that there's a lot of space, totally normal. If you have that, you can always grab like a rolled up blanket or sweater and put it underneath, or even a yoga block if it's the right shape. Softer materials are sometimes nice here, so you can really customize exactly to this space here. But it's okay if you want to leave the space as well. And then we'll just stick with this upright position for a moment. No, not rushing ourselves to reach our full depth, whatever that might be. And for you on the side, different variation might be better. So this pose might not be accessible for you depending on your hips on one side and maybe it is on the other. So having that seated or supine version might work well for you here. You might create the space to walk forward, getting that forward fold. Wherever you are, notice this transition from a lot of movement in our flow towards stillness. Seeing if you can create the space for your experience to land right here on your mat. Once again on the side, if you'd like to stay longer, please do. Feeling like it's time to start transitioning out, going slowly, no rush to get there. Fingertips behind you, uncross the legs. Allow them to be straight for a moment. Give them a little bit of a wiggle. And then from here, we'll just do a gentle forward fold here. Coming to Paschimottanasana, so bringing the legs towards each other, fingertips behind you, create a false spine, and then loosely fold over the legs. Taking this moment here to turn in after all that hip opening of our double pigeon pose. I mentioned that sometimes these poses can remind us what we can let go of, and our forward fold here is to bookend that to remind us that we have everything that we need. We have everything we need within us. Giving yourself that gentle reminder here for another breath. And then when you're ready, slowly start to make your way up, and then we'll just slide down onto the back. Taking this moment to acknowledge here if you'd like any other movements. Giving yourself the time and space to do so. Since we've brought in all this awareness in our flow today, as well as our longer held poses towards the end. You might notice that your body needs something a little bit different right now, and taking this time to listen, noticing how nourishing it can feel to listen to your own needs. I'll leave you with that as I close off the practice here. Continuing here with the movement that you've chosen, or taking the next moment for Shavasana. Remembering to close off your practice with gratitude. I thank you for joining me for our fun, fluid flow, getting into those outer hips. I'll see you again soon. Namaste.